podcast where you break down the biggest moments, hottest takes, and the wildest stories from the world of pro wrestling. Whether you're a diehard fan or just stepping into the squared circle, we're here to give you the real scoop on everything happening in the ring.
I'm your host, RJD, and we're about to take a ride through the latest and greatest in pro wrestling. Get ready for all our hot takes, deep dives, and all the wrestling you never knew you needed.
Don't forget to hit the like, share, and subscribe button and join What the Wrestling family so you never miss an episode. Now let's step into the ring.
You're listening to the What the Wrestling podcast, the show that brings you all things wrestling with your host, RJD.
Oh, you already know what time it is.
Tiger uppercut.
Elimination Chamber, everybody. Thumbs up or thumbs down show? Which one? I'll tell you right now. I don't know about Elimination Chamber, but I'm going to give you my thoughts, run through real quick what happened, and we are going to talk about it. So, you already know what time it is. I'm here for a good time, not a long time. So, let's not waste any time. Let's go. Yes. Tis I, RJD here. Welcome to What the Wrestling, the show that brings you all things wrestling. Man, oh man, we had ourselves Elimination Chamber last night, and we are here to get into it, talk about it, see what's going on with it. But first things first, hit the like button. Hit the like button, like, comment, share, and subscribe to the bottom of the channel. Follow me, RJ699. I had a brain fart right there. RJ699 on the Twitter.
Nope.
And follow What the Wrestling on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. So, no updates to the channel. So we are good to go. No updates right now. But what I will say, what up in the chat? How you doing? Did you enjoy Elimination Chamber? I don't know if you did. But what I will tell you is hit the like button while we get into this Elimination Chamber. So first things first, Elimination Chamber coming to you live from Chicago, Illinois. Chicago, we're gonna need you to come to the front of the congregation.
Nope.
Bruh.
You stupid.
Chicago. Listen, I love me some Chicago, but what the hell was going on with y'all last night? Did y'all just not want to be there? Listen, I know WWE is paying these astronomical prices. I know it's a house mortgage just to take your family of 3 to see a wrestling show. I get it. But man, we got to make some noise, Chicago.
Stop it. Get some help.
That's the first thing that I noticed. Chicago was just not happy to be there. They weren't feeling it. They didn't want to come out. I don't know what the hell was going on.
Oh my God.
So Chicago, you let me down yesterday. But that goes to show how you cannot just have wrestling going on and think that ish is all sweet. It don't work like that. You gotta have story, you gotta have intrigue, you gotta have people actually wanting to be there. You cannot just say we're going to Chicago and everything's gonna be lit. No, it don't work like that. So WWE needs to get better at stories. Does this feel like WrestleMania season to you?
You stupid.
Does this feel like WrestleMania season? Don't worry, I'll wait. If it does, let me know. If it does, let me know, because to me, it does not feel like WrestleMania season, just like it didn't feel like Royal Rumble season. Y'all remember that? It didn't feel like that either. It didn't feel like that either. So unfortunately, what we need to do, what we, meaning WWE, what they need to do is they need to get stories. Now, do we have some stories? Yes, we have a couple. But this is supposed to be the road to WrestleMania. We're supposed to be hyped. Last year we had The Rock, the final boss. Look at you now. We had The Rock last year. We had Travis Scott, who don't want to wrestle no more. You're gonna boo Travis Scott. Listen, give me Benito, give me Bad Bunny for WrestleMania, and I'll be all right. Give me Benito. But we had Travis Scott. He don't want to wrestle. We had The Rock. We had something. We had Finish Your Story. We had all that stuff. But what are we doing this year? What is the main attraction? I mean, we got Punk and Roman. Okay. Well, we got Punk and Roman. I don't know what else we got. What else we got? We got Punk and Roman. We got probably going to end up with a fatal 4-way. I'll get into that later. Okay. It's something. But at the end of the day, listen, I love AEW. I watch AEW too. I watch both. So listen, I'm not gonna hate. I'm not that guy. I'm not a hater. I like AEW. I like WWE. I like both. So I'm gonna watch both. But WWE right now, WrestleMania season is not it. It's not the move. So let's get into this Elimination Chamber. Let's start with the women. Now, the women's Elimination Chamber match, very good last year. This year was, it was all right. I'm not going to say it was bad.
Nope.
But it was all right. It was smooth for what it was. So, we had Rhea Ripley, Tiffany Stratton, Kiana James, Raquel Rodriguez, Asuka, and Liv Morgan. Now, I picked Alexa Bliss thinking that they were going to do something different. What the hell? I thought that they were going to do something different, but they didn't. Wait, what the hell? This is not my Elimination Chamber. Oh, yes, it is. I thought they were going to do something different, but they didn't. They didn't do anything different. So, Rhea got the win, and that's great. We had ourselves a good chamber. We got Rhea versus Jade. Now, I'm just going to gloss off. There was nothing really about this chamber that I was like, oh my God, Raquel Rodriguez, they wanted her to look extremely strong, and she did. So, shout out to Raquel for that. We're going Don DeMarco, Raquel.
Don DeMarco.
Kiana James. Yeah, it wasn't Liv Morgan. It was Alexa Bliss. Sorry about that, y'all. That's my fault.
You stupid.
But Raquel Rodriguez, she looked good. Kiana James, look out for her. She had a good chamber. She moves good. If the crowd catches on, or if she catches fire, she's going to be really good. Between her and Lyra Valkyria, like, they got some really good, dope wrestling women on WWE. They just need to get hot. They just need to, like, catch fire. And get into a good story, let the people get behind them. It's coming. It's not here yet, but it's coming. So, one thing I noticed, like I said, Raquel looked good. She did a Tejada bomb to Asuka on top of Kiana, and got them both packed up out of here. So that was good. That was a good spot. Alexa Bliss, she got bounced out. Asuka, who's probably the best wrestler, Asuka's really they're really not. I mean, they got her in the tag team, so she's kind of doing the tag team thing right now. So the obvious choice was Rhea or Tiffany. Do we really want to see Tiffany Stratton versus Jade one more time?
Nope.
No, we do not. So the first match wasn't that great for whatever reason. Maybe they didn't have good chemistry. I don't want to see this again. So they picked Rhea. Now, I'm not mad at that. Everybody loves mommy. Rhea Ripley's great. Even my wife loves Rhea Ripley. My wife don't even like wrestling. So that's great. But is Jade and Rhea going to be a good match where they have chemistry? I'm not going to go out and say Jade sucks. But I will go out and say that she still got a ways to go. Just because she looks like $1 million and she looks great and she's tall and she's marketable, it doesn't mean that she's great in the ring. So they got to work on that. She got to work on that. And she's got the best people to help her do that. So I ain't mad. Rhea Ripley with the win. AJ Lee versus big time Becky Lynch. This was solid. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of people, they're gonna give this match hate, but it was good to see AJ Lee out there with the wrestlers that came like right after her. Like, remember, she was a part of the Divas era, but a lot of the 4 horsewomen, they all came after her. So she didn't get a chance to wrestle those girls. So I'm gonna say decent for what it was. You know, we had shenanigans going on here. There's always shenanigans. And AJ didn't look out of place. She didn't look gassed up. Becky Lynch is fantastic at what she does. So, good match. Solid. Don DeMarco.
Dom DeMarco.
Nothing wrong here. Nothing bad. Not gonna shit on it. It was smooth. It's all good. So, she gets the win with the Black Widow. Tapped out Becky Lynch after after Becky basically threw herself into the turnbuckle. There was shenanigans in this match. There was a ref bump. I'm surprised she kicked out of she got whacked on the head and then she kicked out of the manhandle slam. I'm surprised at that. But like I said, this was a good match. They worked well together. I want to say she was bloody. I think she got a little blood on her. And it was a good match, man. So I'm happy for her that she got the dub. And yeah, that's what she wrote. Moving right along. And this is where shit starts to go off the rails. So CM Punk versus Finn Balor. Beat him. Pete Dunne. Beat him. Tyler Bate. Beat him. I like Finn Balor, man. He's one of my favorite wrestlers. Finn Balor versus CM Punk. They had themselves a good old-fashioned dust-up. Good match here. But we did have some story, and what I was really looking for in this match was Finn Balor he kind of had the match, he had the upper hand. He was looking to see who was going to come save him, but nobody was there.
Nope.
He told the Judgment Day, I don't want you out there. I'm going to do this by myself. Listen, guys, I know we're a team, but I just want to go out and do this by myself, and I want to prove to everybody that I am Finn Balor, and I can do it, and I don't need your help, and y'all guys got to man up. And then he lost.
You stupid. Nope.
So, listen, it is what it is. This is good for the story. I did expect a heel turn, so what I think is going to happen is we didn't get the heel turn, but we did get a show of respect. After the match, CM Punk, he wins in Chicago. He stands up. He shakes Finn Balor's hand, and he says, yo, listen, respect. Finn Balor says respect. So what I think is going to happen is Finn is going to go back. Liv Morgan's going to win the title from Stephanie Von Kerr at WrestleMania. And then they are going to de facto kick Finn Balor out the group. And then Finn should go after the IC title. Now, theoretically, we got 7 weeks to WrestleMania. They could do this starting tomorrow. They could kick him out the group. She can win. They could kick him out, and then maybe it'll be a WrestleMania match, Dom versus Finn Balor. And maybe he loses there and wins at SummerSlam, and they have a little story built in. I mean, he's been with the Judgment Day forever. The story writes itself. So I can't be mad at that. But is WWE going to do that? Doubt it. So we'll see what happens. But what I will say is CM Punk got the hometown crowd. He got the Michael Jordan entrance with the old with the old Michael Jordan Bulls, 90s Bulls entrance with their actual, I want to say is something K is his name, their actual announcer. Please help me in the chat if you know this guy's name. I think it's something McKay or something K. And he gave him the entrance. They got alive. And then they sat on their hands for most of the match, but he did end up winning. So I'm glad he got the hometown entrance. That was pretty cool. It made it important. And I gave a crap, which is what you want. But a lot of people talking about CM Punk looked tired. He looked gassed out. Roman Reigns put up a tweet. I don't know who was more tired, CM Punk or the crowd. That's a bar. I give him that. But at the end of the day, it was solid. It was smooth. I can't be mad at it. Let's roll out. Solid stuff. Then we had Mr. Danhausen.
You stupid. Nope.
Bruh.
Oh my God.
To be fair, I love Danhausen. Danhausen was great in AEW, but you can't hype up something like this. You can't do it. Like, I don't know why they premiered him like this. When you do that, you set up the fans to think that it's going to be somebody crazy important, and it's going to be somebody amazing, and it's going to be somebody coming out of retirement, somebody came from AEW. You can't do that. When they had him in the crate, in the box, I was like, that's probably Danhausen. And Danhausen kind of let the cat out of the bag a little bit, but we're not going to fault him for that. But you can't get mad at the crowd for thinking that it's something bigger than what it is. That's what you have trained us to do. And because you have trained us to do that, that's what we're going to do. WWE and Chicago booed the holy hell out of this man.
Oh my God. Stop it. Get some help.
What we were expecting was this.
Give me that hell yeah.
And what we got was this. Man, they did not like Danhausen one bit. He came out with a bunch of ladies dressed as him. He walked around the ring. He put his teeth on the counter. He put his teeth on the table, the announce table, and then went in the ring. Poof, he disappeared. And then poof, everybody disappeared. And the people hated it.
Nope.
I think Danhausen's going to be great, but I do wonder, is this just the replacement for R-Truth as the comedy act? Did anybody else ask themselves that question? Is this just a replacement for R-Truth? Are they going to let R-Truth go and then let Danhausen be that replacement? I wonder. I hope not, but we'll see. Danhausen did not get a good reaction, and it was not good at all. Now we had the men's Elimination Chamber match. Randy Orton, LA Knight, yeah. Cody Rhodes, Javon Evans, Mr. Bouncy himself, or Javon Williams. Javon Williams.
Stop it. Get some help.
Javon Williams. Javon Evans. Trick Williams, Mr. Trick, whoop that trick, and Logan Paul. First things first. These goddamn entrances are way too long.
Nope.
The entrances were freaking 17 minutes long, and the match was like 30-something minutes, which means the entrances were almost as long as the goddamn match. What are we doing? That's an L. If you didn't know, now you know. Randy Orton did win the chamber. So, true stuff. But getting into the beginning of the match. The match two entrances way too long. Way too long. The show was 3 hours. That's the sweet spot. 3 hours, 3.5 hours. NXT TakeOver style. 5 matches, 4 matches. Perfect. Way too many ads because we only got about 1 hour and 20 minutes of wrestling on a 3-hour show.
Nope.
No bueno. LA Knight, please come to the front of the congregation.
Nope.
Now, I'm not going to rib on and poo-poo on LA Knight. I'm not going to do it. But what I am going to do is say, bruh, come on with the buckle spot, bruh. I felt bad watching that. Like, man, LA Knight is so dope. He's so good. Like, I really like LA Knight, and I think he's getting the short end of the stick because I do think they can do something with him. I do think he should have been champion by now, and I do think it's like they have the glass ceiling and they won't push him past it. But I'm just not. Man, the botch, the freaking botch, and then right after that, he got eliminated. He got low blow by Logan Paul. Right after that. So that's the first thing with this match. LA Knight. Not a good night at the office. Then we had Javon Evans, Mr. Bouncy. Mr. Bouncy got bounced out by Logan Paul, and he landed right. Man, he like smashed him. I'm glad he doesn't have a concussion, and I'm glad he's not hurt, because that pulverizer, he pulverized him all right. Jesus Christ. Logan Paul be stiff in there. Mr. Trick. So I heard they are turning Mr. Trick into a babyface. I don't think you need to do that. I think the crowd is going to like who they're going to like. And when you have good entrance music, whoop that trick, get him. Listen, when Hustle and Flow came out, everybody was singing whoop that trick for like 2 months. Now that this came back around, the crowd is singing whoop that trick. It's just good entrance music makes you feel good. Like, you just want to sing along, and when somebody has good entrance music, you naturally like them. Rhea Ripley, naturally like her. Entrance music is fire. Cody Rhodes, whoa, everybody likes it. Everybody, Roman Reigns, acknowledge me. Like, good entrance music goes a long way. Stone Cold, The Rock, The Undertaker. Come on, we gotta keep the good entrance music. Randy Orton. So, Trick Williams is going to be a major player for WWE, and at the end of the day, I'm glad he's doing his thing. I do think a little bit better in the ring. Got to get a little bit more crispy in the ring, but he's come a long way, and he's on his way. But this match will, excuse me, about to choke. This match was kind of boring in the beginning, kind of boring. Kind of boring in the beginning, but it did get a little better. But what I will say is, once Logan Paul started eliminating people, you already knew. We had the botch, then we had LA Knight get kicked out. Then we had the botch, then we had LA Knight kicked out. Then we had Mr. Bouncy, he got dumped out. Then we got Trick Williams, he got dumped out. So that's 3 people. And while Trick Williams was about to get out of there, they had a masked man trying to climb. So that didn't work. They got him up out of there. He was revealed to be a nobody because nobody knows who the hell he is. And then another masked man walked in, and lo and behold, you could tell by the way he walked, it was Seth Rollins. Curve stomp to Logan Paul, kick and a stomp, get Logan Paul up out of there. And that was all she wrote. So Seth Rollins is back. Don DeMarco for Seth.
Don DeMarco.
So we had a Don DeMarco for Seth Rollins because he's back. But then, not only did that happen, Mr. Trick took forever to get the hell out the ring. And who comes in? Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre comes in after Seth Rollins leaves. We have him trying to beat up on Cody. Cody hit him with the crossroads, got him up out of there. And Randy Orton was like, get him out of here. And Randy Orton did not hesitate to hit him with the RKO for the win. Thank you, Randy. Thank you. Thank you very much. So, Randy Orton is your winner, and right now it is Randy Orton versus Drew McIntyre. I don't think that's going to be the final fight. What I think is going to happen is Nick Aldis is mad because Drew interfered, so there's a title match this Sunday. And what's going to happen is Cody is probably going to interfere in, not Cody. Cody's getting the title shot. Jacob Fatu is probably going to get that title. He's going to interfere in that match. And then because he interferes in that, it's going to turn it into a fatal 4-way winner takes all at WrestleMania. I think that's where we're going. And if it is, that's awesome. If it's not, that sucks. Because I don't want to see Drew and Randy. I want to see some story. I want to see a multi-man match. Put all these guys in there, let them go crazy. And I think that's what's going to happen. So Randy wins with the RKO because Randy is not going to hesitate to. I'm surprised he didn't punt kick him in the head, but maybe they're saving that. If it was me, I'd put the title on Randy, and he's going to punt kick Cody in the head. And then after that, that is what's going to turn Cody Rhodes heel. That's what I would do. Cody, we love you, but you need to go heel, bruh. Listen, I loved heel Cody. I know a lot of y'all didn't like heel Cody, but if you saw me heel Cody in New Japan, you know it was smooth. I like heel Cody. That's just me. But that's all I got for you guys tonight. That was your Elimination Chamber. It was mid as hell. And man, we'll see what happens tomorrow on Monday Night Raw. But WWE, please, please, please. You have to start putting some stories on these PLEs. It's called premium live events. But I'm not seeing no premium in these live events. I'm seeing a lot of mid. All right? So that's all I got for you guys today. You already know. Monday Night Raw review out on Tuesday. Everybody be safe. I'm out of here. Enjoy your Sunday night. Peace.